Hi, Kelly. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm glad we're doing this, and I'm glad we're going to get to know you a little bit better now. Tell us a little about yourself, introduce yourself to give us a little more information.
I graduated with my PhD in pharmaceutical sciences from the University of Buffalo in June of 2018. And I began working on Cognigen right after that. I was originally hired as a clinical data scientist here, and over time, I had the opportunity to assist with some interesting projects that were sort of outside of my job description. And I ended up expressing to my supervisor at the time, Joel Owen, an interest in working on more PK projects. And over time, my primary roles at the company shifted. Now I'm working as a PK scientist, and over the past couple of years, I've had the opportunity to work on projects that include developing population PK models, PK/PD models, and exposure response models, and also projects where I performed different types of simulations.
Right, that's amazing. I'm also from University of Buffalo. Just a little note on the side. Um, well, that's amazing. I'm glad that we got to know you a little bit better, and what you did in the past and how are you here. Tell me more about how you chose this field. Like, what made you choose this particular major in college, and what made you apply to Cognigen?
First, my dad, he really was the one who inspired me to gain interest in the field of science. He was a bioanalytical scientist at a CRO. And when I was younger, he would take me to work, and he introduced me to a lot of his coworkers. And there I actually met Mario Racci. And over the years, he would provide me with additional guidance, and he actually inspired me to pursue a career in pharmaceutical research specifically. When I went to college, I started out on the PharmD track and ended up getting my bachelor's in pharmacology since I was more interested in the research end. And from there, I had gone through many discussions with Mario and various people that he had introduced me to, and ended up interested in getting my PhD in pharmaceutical sciences. So I was actually at UB the entire time. And then from there, I had actually learned about Cognigen when I was in graduate school at UB. And my thesis work in the PhD program was actually focused on clinical trial data analysis, but our program was heavily focused on training in PK/PD. And when I was there, Jill Fiedler-Kelly taught our population PK modeling course, and that was actually my favorite course that I took in grad school. And at the time, one of my friends was working here at Cognigen, and she reached out about a job opportunity for a clinical data scientist here. And it seemed like the perfect opportunity for me to leverage my skill set and also develop my skills and learn more about population PK. So that was why I applied to Cognigen.
That's amazing. I love how networking takes you so many places and different journeys, and that's the best part about it, right? Thank you for sharing that with us. Tell me more about if, let's say, if you go back in time, what is one advice would you give yourself, your younger self, if you were to change something, if you were to do something differently, or maybe you would have done something same? Tell us more about that.
Honestly, if I could tell myself anything, it would be to just keep going when things seem to get too stressful and not give up, especially in grad school when things seem to get hard, because it's worth it in the end. And to, rely on your friendships that you make in the program, and your friends really help you get through it. Also, one thing I've learned over the years is never be afraid to ask for help when you need it, or to ask questions about the things that you don't understand. It'll definitely make things easier for you in the long run, and you learn a lot more that way.
Yeah, and I think that's the most important part, being in science, being in any other major. It is so important to rely on your relationships and sometimes just be in the moment, be in the present, and not worry about the future as much. And that's an amazing advice. Thank you. And my final question would be, now that you are at Cognigen and you are actually in the environment, the research environment, you get to work with so many different people from with so many different experiences. What is the one thing that you love about Cognigen the most?
Um, the people that I work with, I would say that since I've been here, I've been able to interact with so many different people here in different groups, and they are always all willing to teach you and help you understand their role. And there's such an open door policy. I know we've shifted to remote work, so less of an open door and more of a open phone. So everyone's always willing to pick up the phone and teach you something or explain something to you, and it really just helps you learn and grow as a scientist.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us. It was truly amazing to get to know you and your journey at Cognigen before that. And I'm so glad, and I hopefully this can inspire so many other people to keep going, right? Thank you.
Thank you so much.